lost in this hole, the turn in the bowl, sleeping some fragments of life from me.
Right, just I've set the recording going on wrong, so I record Baz on one channel and me on the other, but we're mixed up. So I'm Baz today, and
Adam, please, yeah,
and he's me. That makes sense, doesn't it?
I'll tell you what, it's nice and warm in here today, isn't it?
I've had it's
lovely and warm.
we're into the positive numbers. I think now we're out of the minus temperatures.
Oh, is it?
I think so. It's a bit warmer. I mean,
It's a
a
little bit
couple
warmer.
of bloody old men talking.
Sun's been out for. yeah.
About the weather.
Speak for yourself.
Well,
Sun's been out for about a day, and it's boiling.
It was freezing yesterday, even though it was a nice day. It was bloody freezing. I'm going to turn that heater off. Actually, you can probably hear it whirring away in the background there, but
yeah.
Well,
welcome.
Welcome back to the
Welcome back.
the podcast, the
Richard
Massive
Madeley
Brothers
impression.
podcast. What we're going to talk about, really?
What's on the agenda this week? Saving electric.
Yeah,
Saving pennies on your food shopping.
yeah.
We're going to talk. Well, to be honest, the title of the podcast, like you said, you came up with it. It's a little.
It's a bit clickbaity.
We've been a little bit. What's the word?
Devious.
Devious with it, really. Don't hate any bands.
Nah.
I certainly couldn't find a band I hate with a song I like. I mean, it took some thinking. I've got to be honest. It was a tough one.
Trying to think
it was
of
a
songs.
tough assignment.
It was a tough assignment, but this is it.
Yeah,
I'm trying
it's good though.
trying to challenge us to.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, it's good.
Well, you know what?
Interesting.
I like to think that it's meant as a positive kind of thing. You can't help not being into some bands.
No.
So I'm trying to find the good in what I don't sort of instinctively like.
You're here now. It's too late.
You're here. Yeah.
You just want to know what the songs are, you see.
You are.
Ah!
Well, you know what? I don't know. As I get older, I tend to find myself a little bit more open-minded. Like I know people sort of suggest that it's typically the other way around, that you get older and then you like what you like and you don't sort of try new things or anything. But I'm totally the opposite. I'm sort of find myself liking and
You're mellowed with age.
mellowed, I guess. I hate the word appreciating. It's so lame, and I appreciate that. I could appreciate that. You know, what does that mean? You know?
It's a cop out, isn't it?
It is a total cop
You know,
out.
it's when you just don't want to offend anyone, do you?
Exactly.
I don't
So-
want to offend anyone.
Yeah, I appreciate what they do, but I despise it. You know,
Yeah, it's weird when you're young, you're dead fiery and you don't really give a fuck what anyone thinks. But if you become I think you can become grumpier as you get older, but you do, in a lot of ways, become more open to things, you know.
even begrudgingly, you know.
Begrudgingly, that's it.
So do you want to kick him off?
Me?
Yeah, go on.
Oh,
then.
I fucking hell, the pressure, eh? Right, okay, well, yeah, this was interesting. I enjoyed this. This was quite... I had to go through my phone, to be honest, because I could not think of a band. And a song... I found a song of a band years and years ago, and it's the only song of theirs I've got on my phone. And I don't know a massive amount about the band, but they're a massive cult band, and I know a lot of people love them. Is a band called Type O Negative.
Oh, right. Pete
Steele.
Pete Steele, yeah.
Right, I don't know where I found the song. It's a song called I Don't Want to Be Me. And you've probably heard it on my phone a million times. I don't want to be.
Yeah,
I don't wanna be me.
yeah.
It's
Was it Elvis?
It's banging. Well, he sings a bit like that.
Yeah, he does.
It's
a lot,
banging. It's a banging song. It's got a great solo in it. It's like up tempo. And I thought, this is great. I like this. It's a bit different. It's got a really weird, like, sing like that. It's really good. And then I checked out the other stuff. I fucking can't stand it.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate it. No, I can't. There's nothing they've got really that I've heard that does anything for me. I've tried because I really love that song, and he's sadly he's dead now, but he died of a heart attack I think it was a heart attack at 48-year-old.
Yeah, it was, and-
6 foot fucking 8. I think he was about 6'8". He was massive
big
bloke.
fella.
I watched loads of interviews with him. Fascinated by him. Fascinated. Such a lovely guy. And this music's really deep and really meaningful. And he sings about a lot of really sort of real life things. And all the ingredients in it, I just can't get on with them. It's goth. It's kind of goth. Bits of him sound like Ozzy. He sounds a bit like Pantera, them kind of guitars.
I know what you mean, gothy. Yeah, I kind of get that. Like, I think the vocal delivery is quite 80s, you know.
Yeah, it does sound a bit. Yeah, yeah.
gothy, that kind of.
It's mysterious
The Cure,
and
sort of.
yeah, he's a bit like that. Yeah, definitely like that. Yeah, yeah. His order sings very slow and low like that, and I just can't get on with the music. Apart from that one song, check it out.
Did they have the album cover with his
I think they might have done. Yes,
balloon knot?
I think so. Yes. Oh dear! But I'm fully aware that they've got a massive following, and they're like,
Deep
I can
and
understand.
meaningful.
I can completely understand why, like, because I think they're amazing. Everything about them says interesting, different, meaningful band. Great frontman, amazing. You know, great story. Just I can't be doing with the music. I don't know why. I'm a bit gutted about it, really.
But that song was.
But that song's amazing.
That song's good. Yeah,
That's
I
killer.
think I do know it.
You have to listen to it if you haven't heard it. It's probably the song that all hardcore fans hate. I don't know if that's true, but
Is it their Dancing Queen? Is
it might
their-
be.
right.
You know, I imagine it's the one that the fair weather fans like me.
Like you, yeah.
But,
Well,
I might be wrong, but there you go. Anyway,
there you go. Right, well, you tried. You know, you can't.
I did
you
try.
can't
I did try.
can't say fairer than that, can you?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there you go. Pete Steele, legend.
Yeah, I've read quite a lot about them over the years, and they've sort of passed me by. 90s, that was their sort of heyday.
Yeah, that's
wasn't
right.
it?
Yeah,
The
90s. Yeah, goth metal type music. Yeah.
Did he records have anything to do with them at any point?
I have no idea. Possibly. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't
if
know.
they were in 90s and they played guitar, might have had.
Probably. There you go.
But
yeah.
No, well,
There you go.
That's a good one. Go on then. I'll
on,
go
let's
with
have it.
one with a band a little more, well, much more mainstream.
Is it
if I'm
Kiss?
honest. It ain't. I tried to. You know what? I thought I thought throwing in an honourable Kiss mention.
The obvious one. I purposely avoided the Kiss thing as well, to be honest.
No, this one is
Because I've got no fucking songs I like.
yeah, well, I just couldn't find a song I liked at all. No, this is Californication by
Oh, good try.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, well, yeah,
That song is what sparked the idea for this, really, because it was on. I think it was just on an Alexa, rock playlist, and it come on, and I just thought, my God, this is a great song. It's just so good.
Is that the one with the video with the computer game?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The lyrics, the music, individual parts of the music, the bass and the drums, the rhythm section's just amazing. Kiedis is fantastic, amazing lyrics, like really amazing lyrics.
Yeah.
I think that was when I was washing up or something, and I was just like really listening to the words for the first time.
Yeah.
Have you actually read the lyrics?
I haven't. No. It's
I'll just read it
one
for
of
you
those songs, isn't it? It's one of those songs that you switch off in your head because
You've heard it so
it's just
much.
everywhere, and it's
Yeah.
like you just I can't be arsed with this.
Yeah, I had like an epiphany to it.
A similar thing happened to me with Fall Out Boy and the My Chemical Romance. I never listened to them for years, changing the subject slightly. Then they came on, and I was like, "Fucking hell, these are amazing songs."
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, that's kind of what I meant earlier when I said that as I get older, you're instantly a bit more dismissive, like you said when you're younger.
Yeah.
You don't really give things the time because I don't know, you let your sort of biases or whatever.
you generally, when you're a youngster, you generally tie your flag to the mast of one or two bands,
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
your image, and that is you, isn't it? It's like I ain't got time
Exactly.
for that
Yeah,
shit.
that's a good way of doing it. Yeah. Good
For me,
way
it
of
was,
putting
I ain't
it.
got time for that shit, man. I ain't got time for it.
Yeah. No.
Tosser.
It's yeah, but I don't know. I had a similar moment, and Red Hot Chili Peppers. I've tried to like. They're so big, they're sort of unavoidable.
Yeah.
And
They're all weird, aren't they?
but this song, and I wouldn't call myself a fan of Red Hot Chili Peppers at all. But some of the lyrics, psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation, and little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen quotation. Now that's oddly like prophetic, isn't it? Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation. All this stuff with phones and Huawei and Chinese built phones, and they're all spying on you and all that. And little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen quotation. Isn't that Greta Thunberg? She's Swedish, isn't she?
Well, that song was out before
This is like 30 years ago. This, is how weird's that?
That's strange, isn't it? Yeah. He's a fucking time traveller.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
I wonder what they do mean.
It's brilliant. It's just really good. Born and raised by those who praise control of population. Well, everybody's been there, and I don't mean on vacation. Firstborn unicorn, hardcore soft porn. They're just amazing lyrics. You know, they're like a million light years ahead of all that other scatty bollocks he does.
Scatty bollocks.
All that skibbity.
I think that's the name of their second album.
Scatty bollocks.
Scatty bollocks. Yeah. That was them. That was their nickname for John Frusciante back in the early days.
Scatty bollocks.
Oi, scatty bollocks, get the kettle on.
Get the kettle. Get the spoons out.
Get the spoons out, scatty bollocks. Yeah, Anthony, no worries.
So anyway, yeah, read if you haven't given it a chance, just go read the lyrics and listen again. It's
I think songs
incredible.
Well, I would say this because I write words in our band, but I think songs you do take on a whole new meaning when you eventually do read the words or listen to the words. Because often you just don't, do you? You're into the music or you're into whatever. You dismiss it because it's on the radio all the time, but you listen to it and think
it's important to me. Like when I'm listening to songs,
But your average man on the street, it often isn't, is it? You know, it's just on the radio, isn't it?
You're
But
right.
I thought I got that album, and there is one or two other good songs on there. I'm similar to you. I'm not the world's biggest fan. I don't mind them. I find them interesting.
Zephyr song's good.
There's what's the fucking song?
Give It Away, all that kind of stuff.
What's the other song on
Not
that
for me,
album?
not
It's
for
a
me.
slow, really slow one. The video for it's in black and white. Somebody will comment on it. That's a really great
Under
song.
the Bridge, is that?
No, I can't think anyway. But yeah, Dave Steen, our number 1.5 drummer. I was with him the other day, and we were talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yeah.
Well, you see now he goes way back. Of course he does. He loves all the scatty bollocks shit. He can't stand them after they became big and successful.
Oh, he's one of them, is he?
Yeah. It's like a bug of the old days. I like all the old shit. None of that new shit. So it's funny, isn't it? Yeah, but yeah, I don't mind them. I always I don't know. I can take them or leave them, really.
Well, that song is a masterpiece, anyway. And for another thing, like I didn't get when I was younger, you know, was Frusciante's solo in that. It's so minimalist. There's like 10 notes in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I always used to think, oh, what a cop out. Why isn't he, you know, shredding and all that? I didn't get the taste. And now listening back to that again, it's just like it's just perfect for the song. So simple and like.
Well, that's the essence of great songwriting, isn't it?
Yeah,
really. That's what you want.
And
Isn't it?
Flea's doing his busy bass stuff, but it's not like, ooh, look at me, you know, like a lot of it can be. I think.
I think there are a bunch of amazing musicians, and I just think the music is very. Yeah, some people love it, or some people don't. It's a very unique taste, and it's funk. It's kind of funk rock, isn't it? Really, it's you either like it or you don't. But you can't do that. You can appreciate. Their awesome musicality. Bob Mate buying drums is a fucking other level, isn't he?
Old Chad.
Oh, he's ace. What a guy he is. He seems like what a nice guy he is. Chad. What's his face? Yeah, Smith.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway,
there you go.
Another one.
Go on then. Let's go.
Oh,
For
I got a bit of a curveball here. We're throwing it back a long time. I remember watching. I got years ago on DVD from Andy's Records. I think before it closed down was the Woodstock, the whole of Woodstock. I got the DVD for it. Or whatever.
Okay,
It's really good, and it's got Joe Cocker.
All right.
Singing, what would you do? Oh yeah, let's sing out of June. That one.
Yes, yeah.
Help from My Friends.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've never seen it like it. I don't know if you've ever seen the live performance of it. It's a live performance, obviously. It's on YouTube. It's a bit sort of grainy because it's from 1968 as 9 or whenever, 1969, and it is fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. His voice is out of this world, and it's a bit wacky to watch. It's in the 60s, and he's obviously throwing some shapes and pulling some hideous faces and all that shit, and he's off way with the fairies. But he is amazing. The band sound incredible. Gives me goosebumps, right? And then I was like, fucking hell, this guy's amazing. I need to hear more of his stuff. I got some more stuff. Not fun. I've got to be honest, I was a little bit let down. But
not even common people.
But very good, yeah. I like that one, yeah. Sorted for ease and whiz. That's the big one I like, yeah. But I don't like it. But he is amazing. No denying his voice is one of the greatest voices ever. Greatest voice. And actually, I do like another song. What's the one he did with Jennifer Warnes? Up Here Where We Belong.
I know the song, but is that...
That's them two
Oh, right, okay.
singing it, yeah. Joe Cocker and
That is a great song.
Jennifer Warnes, is it? I mean, that's not the song I heard originally, and I don't mind that song. It's amazing. But yeah, fucking hell, he's such like a humble looking guy. He looks like on the Jennifer Warnes video of him singing that. It looks like they've just dragged him off the street.
He's a scruffy.
He's looking at shaved for ages. His hair's all over the gaff. He's got some like jumper on. He looks like he's picked up from a fucking charity shop. Boy, he opens his mouth. He's fucking out of this world. And that song at Woodstock is amazing. Yeah. But yeah, everything else, I was a bit. It's kind of soul, innit? It's kind of, I don't know, it's like soul-y, kind of boring. I find it boring as fuck, to be quite honest with you. I was a bit let down, to be honest. I thought I'm gonna find an album here of treasures.
You know what? Oh, you mean the whole thing?
Yeah,
well, a lot.
Just what he does normally. I mean, that was, I think because that was so long ago in the 60s, and then he went on to have a massive career after that. Yeah. He became this soul kind of legend, crooning kind of legend. But that performance at Woodstock was, is it a Beatles track, that? With bow with a little help from my friends.
You know what?
I don't know who wrote that. Did he? He didn't write it, did he?
I couldn't say it, to be honest. I don't
Did the Beatles sing it? It was on the Wonder Years, wasn't it? Was it the theme tune to the Wonder Years?
Oh, I don't know.
Saying too many words.
Was it like?
What would you do if
Did this? Is it like not something at like a rock and roll induction and a bunch of famous people play it all together? I can't remember. Or am I thinking of something else? Anyway, I don't know.
No, I don't know. What did they play with the George Harrison thing with Prince? Was it that? Why am I thinking the Beatles? Did the Beatles cover it?
Bear with us, folks. Go on then. We've got to do this.
People will be going, "You fake bastards! I thought you were in a band."
I know. Well, this is live, isn't it? You know, we could stop the camera.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know who wrote it.
It is. Yeah.
Is it the Beatles?
It's the Beatles. Yeah.
Well, there you go then. Maybe it was the.
Oh, hang on a minute. Who came first though?
Who came first, Cocker or the Beatles? That's the big question.
I reckon it's the Beatles. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why I looked this up on Spotify because all I'm doing is getting the song.
Well, 1969, he sang it, and they were gone. When did they break up? 69?
70.
70. There you go then. I don't know my Beatles history either.
Billy Shears wrote it.
Did he write it?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
A lot of the Beatles songs were covers.
All right. Well, he used to play bass with...
Song by Dustin the Turkey.
That's a euphemism for something, isn't it?
Song by Dustin the Turkey.
They've been Dustin the Turkey.
Oh, hang on a minute. Dustin the Turkey did it on 1997. The 1997 album, Faith of Our Feathers.
Oh, dear God.
The Beatles did it originally.
Right, okay. Right.
It was on Sgt. Pepper's.
I've never read the Billy Shears.
And
he's mentioned what's it, isn't he?
It was written by Lennon and McCartney. Anyway,
what the fuck are we talking about here?
There we go.
Anyway, there you go. That song, anyway. Check it out. Woodstock, Joe Cocker. Bow with a little help for my friends. Best thing you'll ever see. Best thing you'll see today, anyway. Guarantee it.
Right, I'll go for one more then. Not to jump on the negative train.
Is it Iron Maiden?
It is. How did you know?
I fucking knew it'd be Iron Maiden or Kiss.
Only because
they're the two I fucking checked out as well.
This is me throwing extending an olive branch.
Brilliant.
to all the Maiden and Kiss losers out there. I'm only joking. But I saw just on the darkest depths of YouTube. It was in a recommended video, and I don't know why I clicked on it.
Can I play with madness?
No, in that song. That song is still shite. That's crap.
Oh dear, go on.
I think I clicked on this because I like the song anyway, and it's always been the one song that I thought, you know what, that's a top tune. It's Wasted Years.
Oh yeah.
And there was an acoustic. There was just an old guy covering it acoustically. Try and find the link and put it on.
So it's not even the Iron Maiden's one.
No, but it was that the song is amazing. Like, and he plays it acoustically. He's not giving it all the bloody foot on the monitor stuff, gallopy stuff. And it's just like, bloody hell, that's a good song. And again, the first time I sort of really listened to the lyrics,
right,
and it sort of put it in context.
When you break songs down and you take all the assault on the senses away, you hear everything else, don't you? Like you say, like the words and bits and pieces.
But that cover, I'll link it in the description if I can.
Was it
find
just a random
again.
dude?
Just a random guy. Yeah, I think he puts like covers of whatever song he fancies on YouTube. And it's just him in front of a camera. He's not like big fancy recordings or anything.
I love the fact that it's not even Iron Maiden when you're like,
No, but that's what drew my attention back to how good a song that was, and it drew my attention to the lyrics.
Have you since listened to the Guns N' Roses one, Iron Maiden one, and thought and heard it in a different light after hearing?
Well, we've already heard it in that similar style, and it was when I first sort of started to really like the song, and it was when we're going back a long way here with that. What are they called? Iron Maiden. Yeah,
Maiden United.
Maiden United. Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah,
With,
that's a throwback, isn't it? Coming to a carpet factory in Skelmersdale near you.
We did some gigs with a like a Maiden acoustic supergroup.
We did, yeah.
So there was Rude Jolie out of Within Temptation.
Fucking was as well. It's not even lying.
What's he called?
It was the drummer from Within Temptation. It was a drummer from. It was Damien. What's his face from
Threshold?
Threshold, yeah, singing. It was Rude Jolie. The drummer was from. Oh man, I do know what the band is called. The big
bands.
Band.
Anyway,
I can't remember the bass player was.
They were a legit bunch of musicians, and they went out and did some gigs, handful of shows, playing acoustically, Iron Maiden covers, and we were supporting them, not acoustically. So it made for a very dynamic evening.
It was dynamic is one word for it.
But anyway, I remember watching them and realizing that the arrangements and things are great. You know, these Maiden songs. Look, like we said, I don't hate these bands, just not that into them. You know, I favour others, and but that song in particular is great. It's a really, really good song. I like it. Can't fault it.
I'm not a Maiden fan. There's one or two I like. One or two. What's the big one they open with?
Aces High.
Aces High, I quite like that.
Yeah.
Probably just because it's not particularly wordy or memorable, but it's just great.
Flight of Icarus? That's a great song.
Yeah.
What's the third
Eagle
album
and
called?
Mandu.
Peace of Mind, I think. The one that was after Number of the Beast. I got that when I was a teenager, and I thought that was a good album, actually. I thought it was
I actually quite like Fear of the Dark. That's quite a good song.
See, that's one I'm not. That's
You're not?
No. See, that doesn't do it for me. Fear of the Dark. I'm not saying it's rubbish. Doesn't do it for me. I can appreciate it. I can appreciate get out of jail free card.
I could quite happily turn Iron Maiden off, to be honest. More a Priest man.
Oh well, yeah.
If we're playing if we're choosing football teams, we'd go and Judas Priest every time, aren't we?
I would. Old Halford in there.
Yeah, the new album's coming out soon, isn't it? I've heard some stuff like a new single. I think it's just for me, they just never dip in quality. However you think of them, I just think they're great. I don't know. There's something magic about.
Have
Judas
you heard
Priest.
the Nostradamus album?
Do you know what? I haven't. Have I heard one or two tracks off it? Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. No,
Is that awful?
No, it's not. It's different, and you know what? Fair play from.
Well, I was having this conversation with Dave Steen, our secondary drummer, about bands that do that. And I said I can. Again, I don't want to. You said it.
Appreciate
I don't
it.
appreciate it. There's no other word for it. I've not heard it. The Metallica one they did with Lou Reed.
Oh,
Yeah, it might be dreadful. It might be, but they had the balls to not rewrite the same shit they've been doing for years. They went, fuck it, let's do something else. And I dig that. It might be crap, but they had the balls to go out and do it. They can do it because they're big enough to get away with it, I suppose.
I think that's the bit that
You got to admire it, haven't you?
course, absolutely.
I mean, I admire that. Like, that's fair play.
Of course I do. You know, it's almost like Saint Anger when they were like pushing that grunge and new metal kind of. You know, it sounded kind of reverted back a bit to being sort of garagey again. You know, and a bit more rough around the edges. And you could see what they were trying to do with Saint Anger. You know, trying to make it a bit lo-fi and a bit sort of angry and
rough. Yeah, well, yeah,
rough around the
gritty
edges.
and that.
But they just pushed it
Fucked
too
it
far. Well, yeah, but they pushed it too far. But then
Dunk.
and it didn't work really. And then, but then when they rewind like 12 or whatever years when they did Metallica, the Black Album, it did work. They pushed it in the polished direction so fucking far, far like don't think metal has ever been pushed at that point.
Yeah.
And it worked spectacularly. So you know you got to take these chances. You know if you don't push it too far, you don't know you've gone too far. So
I
I
it's a gamble you've got to take. It's ballsy. He's ballsy, absolutely. I mean, I know he's not the same for us, but that's one of the reasons why we went with somebody else to record our next album. We could quite happily have, the last 2 albums we've been very happy with, so we should, by rights, have stayed with the same people doing it the same way, but we didn't want to do that. We wanted to go with a different person for exactly the same reason. Mm-hmm. It might end up sounding shit. But it won't.
Brass all over the place.
Yeah. But do you think anybody's ever... has anybody ever taken St. Anger, like on YouTube?
Yes.
Have they?
Yeah, and remixed it and re-recorded it.
And taken that drum out?
Yeah. They've done it. And
Does it sound
somewhere
like?
on...
Because I know they did the Cliff Burton thing, didn't they, with the bass? Justice for Jason.
Yes, they did.
On Justice for All.
Yeah, well, it basically just turning the bass up, I think, in that,
Yeah. It sounds well. Yeah. I've not heard the St. Anger one on. You'll have to have a look for that. See if it sounds any better.
Yeah, it's out there somewhere. Yeah, someone with too much time on their hands.
That fucking gets me every time people. I have done this. It's like fucking hell, mate. You don't have kids, do you?
Yeah. No, but I like St. Anger. The song, but production. Yeah.
Load and Reload. That's where it's at, isn't it? You want to annoy you want to anger any Metallica fans?
Yeah, I like Load and Reload. I've had this debate many times with Rookie.
Does he not like them albums?
He doesn't. I've tried to convert him. He doesn't. I think he's been stubborn though. Yeah, well there we go. He's only saying that because he knows I like him. So yeah, let us know if you have any. In the old comments, if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah, bands that you're not particularly can't get on with, but they have a song that you just can't get away from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just grabs you, pulls you in,
grabs you by the chin beard, drags you in.
By the scatty bollocks.
No scatty bollocks. Go get us a ginger nut.
Yeah, but yeah, that's this episode really. Go check out Joe Cocker,
Woodstock, and
you don't need to check mine out because you already bloody know him. But go read the lyrics if you haven't. Both of them because I think both the Chili Peppers song and Wasted Years actually is quite good. It's quite a tender lyric actually. Wasted Years is no one's getting stabbed or run through with a musket with a bayonet. Don't expect it.
Who writes the words in Iron Maiden? Do you know?
I know Dickinson did. I couldn't tell you. To be honest,
somebody will know. Somebody on here will know. They'll tell us, won't they? They'll fucking tell. They'll fucking tell us, all right.
But nah, love Iron Maiden. Newfound appreciation for via that song. So I'll go on. Any Maiden songs I should check out. Any deep cuts that I won't have heard before. Let me know.
Yeah, that's it.
See you later.
Yeah, see you next week.